think the worst part about coming somewhere new, somewhere as awesome as Northern Ireland, is that you just don't have the time to explore one small area. I'm only here for a couple of days, and there's so much to photograph. So it's a bit of a whistle-stop tour. It's kind of like drive down, stop at this location, you know, take a shot, move on to the next location, so on and so forth, which really is not the way to do it. I suppose that's the downside to travel and photography. Whereas when you shoot local, you visit the same places time and time again, you get to know them intimately, you get to know when they work best, how best to shoot them, what weather conditions are really going to benefit that small area that you know so well. But when you come somewhere like this, it's kind of like epic scenery, get the shot. Epic scenery, get the shot. And it's good because it's new and it's exciting. But really, to travel to new places and photograph them properly is going to require either a lot of time or a little bit of good luck. So, anyway.
Now I cannot go to sleep, buried in.
Still recording. Didn't break it then. So at the moment I'm photographing this gorgeous tree here. I believe it's made famous by Game of Thrones, but I've never actually seen Game of Thrones. One of the gentlemen on the workshop that I was doing the other day told me to come here and check this area out. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. And there's this classic composition of this tree here that looks over the gorgeous bay behind me. So this composition behind me here with the tree overlooking the bay was nice, and I'm sure it would look gorgeous at sunset or sunrise, but when I was there and I was having a look, I didn't want to take the photograph. It did nothing for me. But actually what did appeal to me was the same tree but from a different angle. Now, we all know I'm a simple guy, simple pleasures, I lead a simple life, and I like my simple images. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I've come around to the side of the tree, and we're looking at the tree with the dark grey moody sea beyond. And by the way, I have no idea how this tree is still standing, because the storms that we've had whilst being here for just a few days have been insane. So it blows my mind that this tree is still here. There are just some hints of colour still in the leaves, a few leaves left on. Gorgeous blue seas and a green foreground. Now all this is very nice for me to look at, but I'm seeing this image in black and white, and we've got some gorgeous light coming through now, and that's what's going to give me contrast, and it's really going to make the black and white image work. So I'm going to take this photograph now while the light's here, f11, manual focus on the tree, no filters, and that's it. So yeah, this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'll briefly talk you through my composition. I was trying to get just the tree by itself isolated, but that wasn't possible because of all these rocks next to the tree and in front of the tree. So the more I tried to exclude the rocks, the worse the composition became. So what better to do than include the rocks? If you can't beat them, join them. And you know, for the middle of the day, it's about 10 to 1 in the afternoon. This is not a bad image. I've been blessed with overcast skies and a good bit of light behind me, and I'm happy to walk away with this image. So onwards and upwards, and we'll see what else we find. Now about an hour before sunset. I'm at a place called Ballintoy on the north coast of Northern Ireland, still, obviously. And it's gorgeous. We've just got so much to shoot. It's essentially, well, there's a big harbour just behind me, but there's all of these awesome sea stacks and jagged rock formations. We've got white sand beaches, black rocks, crashing waves, quite a lot of interest in the sky, and we've got a good hour until sunset. So I'm just walking around with the dog and the wife. We're just walking around having a mooch, seeing if I can find anything to shoot to close the day off nicely.
In the cold kitchen light, we both look for a sign, and you say, these are troubles of mine. Weary thoughts of breaking up, coming under your skin, don't know it.
Well, it seems I can't get enough of these black shiny rocks. I was shooting these in my video the other week, and now I'm here in Northern Ireland shooting them again. But I think there's a reason for that, and they are just gorgeous. The way they shine, the way they react to the polarizer, the way they contrast against the white foamy water, and they fit in so well with the grey moody weather. So I've managed to sort of rock hop myself out to the edge of the water now. This is like a natural harbour, so it's fairly safe. The swell isn't too big, I'm not too concerned. I know the tide is coming in and I'm keeping an eye on it. I have a clear path to the shore, we're okay. And with this photograph, it's all about the movement of the water. That is what makes the image. The contrast between the white foam and the black rocks, that's what really makes the image pop. Now we have these awesome sea stacks in the distance. They're acting as just amazing interest, something for the eye to go to. Obviously the black rocks in the foreground, they're just delicious. Did I just call rocks delicious? I think I did. And basically my technique is to wait for a wave to come in. As you can see now, there's one coming in. That covers the rocks in this lovely white foam, and then all of that water retreats out. And as it retreats out, you get these lovely shapes and these curves and all of this motion. Shutter speed, it depends. If you get a big wave, the water moves out faster. If you get a slower wave, a smaller wave, then the water retreats a bit slower. But for me, about a second is working well. I have a polarizer on, I have a 3-stop medium edge graduated filter because that sky has a lot of bright areas in it. And I also have a 3-stop ND filter so I can get that exposure down to 1 second. And it's just gorgeous. I could stand here all day if I'm honest, shooting image after image. Everyone looks completely different.
And I know that will always be true. There were no reasons why. I guess all beauty must die.
Me and Charlotte are miming to each other. I think she wants to know how long I'm going to be here, and I'm going to try and tell her 20 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 6, 7. 7? All right, enough miming with Charlotte. I need to get this image now. Big wave coming in, lots of rushing water. Oh, here we go. I hope I don't get my feet wet because these boots are not designed for salty water. Now the trick with this is because you can't really control the composition too much in terms of what the water's doing, you just shoot and shoot and shoot. You know, you can't really time, or you can time it, but it's difficult. This is really nice. The polarizer makes the water look so jet black. Just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. With the light fading, the return of the wet weather would signify the end of my short time here in Northern Ireland. It's been an experience I'll never forget, with its rugged coastline and dramatic landscapes. I'm sure it won't be long until I make the journey back across the Irish Sea to experience this wild and beautiful location one more time.